Welcome to StraddleIncome. In this video, we'll be looking at the GameStop, AMC, and Silver. GameStop fell below 400. It was traded around under $100 last week, most of the time. AMC and Silver had a small pop, but nothing really crazy. So in the video here, we'll be looking at the GameStop, those three stocks, and figure out, is this the end of the super crazy run, or it could be just another beginning? Some background here. In the last week, I did a similar video, and if you have not get a chance to watch it, I'll post the link down below, and also you can click top right, where in that video, we kind of got a sneak peek view of GameStop. It was losing momentum, and the AMC, while people were bullish, but it was nothing super crazy. Therefore, we're going to do the similar exercise in this video here and figure out what those stocks could potentially be trading in the next couple of weeks. If you find those information helpful, useful, make sure to comment down below and also click the like and subscribe button. And I will be continuing doing that in the next couple of weeks. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. What you're looking at right now are the top option transactions happened on Friday. Some background. On Thursday last week, Robinhood lifted restrictions. Therefore, a lot of people can start trading again on GameStop, AMC, those top buzzed stocks. And on Friday, it's the first full trading day where a lot of activities were happening. So we'll be looking at the top 8 transactions happened on that day and figure out, use those information, what GameStop could be trading in the next couple of weeks also. The methodology here is by looking at the strike price, the time expiration, and get a feeling of how that person is bullish or bearish about the GameStop in the next couple of weeks. We'll be excluding option contracts that are expiring on February 5th. Those are potentially people are taking profit and close the previously transactions. So we'll be excluding those and focus on everything else. The first contract and the second contract are actually very similar. There's that person, or could it be potentially multiple person, selling put contract with the strike price of $25 that are expiring February 19th. If you remember, when GameStop started before the whole revolution, it was traded around $20 to $25. So by selling put contract, those person were expecting GameStop to stay above $25. And by leveraging the high implied volatility, they were able to sell put contracts and take premium from those. Smart moves. The third contract, we couldn't really tell whether someone was buying or selling. That person, the transaction price he or she paid was $19.32. It was in the middle of the bid and ask. So we couldn't really tell whether that person was buying or selling 800 call contract for $80. So therefore, we'll exclude that. The fourth transaction happened around also in the morning, 6 o'clock, way early in the morning. That person bought 631 call contract with a strike price of $140. That is expiring next Friday. Overall, this transaction is really bullish, but the timing here is the key. Timing is by the end of next Friday, so there isn't a lot of time left for this to be happen, unless some kind of pop again. So therefore, by looking at all those transactions, we can get a sense that GameStop will stay above $25 by next Friday. Whether it's going to be 60 or 80, we don't know. From those top transactions, we couldn't really tell if anything big is going to happen again next week. Similarly, let's look at again for the AMC top option transaction on April 5th. AMC, when the stock closed on Friday, it was traded around $6.83. And the biggest transaction of that day on Friday was at 12:44, someone was buying 3,000 call contract with the strike price of $9 that are expiring March 19th. Basically, it's a little bit far out of the money. There's a chance it could happen. And what this is telling me is that the person is somewhat bullish. If we have to put a measure in it, +3 would be the top most bullish, and -3 would be the most bearish. I would think this person is probably 1 or 2 about the AMC stock. The second transaction happened early in the morning. There was one person selling 2,000 put contract at the price of $4.50. This is kind of a safe play. It is bullish, but again, not super bullish. He's expecting, or she is expecting, the stock to continue to rise or fall, but definitely stay above $4.50. The third transaction also happened on 647. Very likely, someone was buying 710 put contract at the strike price of $5, expiring next Friday. So this is kind of a bearish play, expecting this AMC stock to be falling, and that person is buying contracts at $5 to help him or herself prepare for those fall. The fourth transaction, a person is buying almost 700 call contract with a strike price of $17, expiring March 12th. Again, a little bit bullish, but nothing super crazy. So you can guess from those top 4 transactions that market or the bigger players for the AMC is overall bullish about AMC, but nothing super crazy. There was safe play of selling put contract at the price of $4.50. And there are big transactions, but strike price was low. It's $9 and $17. So nothing super crazy. For silver top option transaction on Friday, the silver when it was closing on Friday, it was traded around $25. The biggest transaction was happened around 11:33. There was one person selling 10,000 call contract at the price of $45, expiring end of the June. So by selling call contract for a strike price of way out of the money, that person is expecting the silver to stay below $45. The second transaction could be in relation to the first transaction, and there's one person buying 5,000 call contract, half of the amount, and with a strike price of $35. So there could be a couple different scenarios here. If those 2 transactions are actually from the same person, that person is using something called a bull call spread. Overall, that person is very bullish, buying way out of the money call contract, but they're hedging against it by selling something even further out of the money. Another scenario is that the first transaction and the second transaction were actually conducted by 2 different persons. So one person is definitely bullish, the second person, he was bullish and bought 5,000 call contracts, but the first person was somewhat bullish, but expecting the stock to stay below $45. Looking at the timing here, we can see potentially these are the same person because they both happened around 11:33 in the morning. It's very likely it's 2 transactions were conducted by one person. So that person is probably doing something called a bull call spread here. If you have to put a scale on that, I would probably say it's a +2, where, again, +3 is the super bullish, +2 is somewhat mildly bullish about this silver price in the next couple months. The third transaction, someone was most likely selling 4,000 put contract with a strike price of $22.50. So it is lower than the silver price at that day. So this is more like a safe play, leveraging the high implied volatility and selling put contract, collecting premium. Number 4, that person is buying almost 2,000 call contract, again at the same strike price of $25.50, expiring 3/31. Those 2 transactions, again, was a little bit bullish, but not super crazy. Overall, from those 4 transactions, we can get a sense that silver to stay below $45. That's what the biggest transaction the person conducted that believe in. In summary, we have looked at the top option transactions on GameStop, AMC, and Silver. People were bullish about those three stocks, but nothing super crazy in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be continuing to monitoring those three stocks. And if you find the information helpful, make sure to let me know by putting a comment down below, and I'll be continuing doing this kind of exercises in the next couple of weeks. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.